Welcome to YouTooSpain Live. This week I am chatting with some Torrevieja YouTubers about life in Spain and their exclusive 5th anniversary meetup this afternoon. So join us with questions and comments in the live chat. You can be part of it too. And in the comments below if you're watching back afterwards. So you are very welcome to YouTooSpain. Let's have that theme tune. Here it comes. Oh yeah, that's groovy. And that, speaking of groovy, let's welcome my wonderful guests for today. I'll just bring them up one at a time. First of all, it's Andy, and let's see if I can find them on my screen. There they are. Andy and Helen from Brits living in Spain. Hola.
Hi.
Morning.
Hello. Brilliant. And let's get next from between the lakes. It's Mike and Yvonne. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Yeah,
Seeing
and
you guys
finally,
here.
let's get Neil and Sue on from Get Me to Spain. And there we are. We're all on.
Buenos dias.
Hey,
Hi.
I can really mess you up now by doing that.
Yeah, I got it. It's over there, Jim. Partridge family.
Fabulous.
Hi,
Yeah,
Jason.
it's like University Challenge, isn't it? So it's great to have you all on the show.
Not such difficult questions.
Yeah, no, it should be fairly obvious. It's they're all about you. So if you don't know about you, then, well, I can't help you there. So we'll say a quick chat to everybody on the live chat.
Where is he?
Bob from
Who's
Pixie
that?
in Spain.
Hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
There we go. Yes, let's say hello. Oh, there's lots of people paired up. That's great. So Jason, we've got, yes, Brits living in Spain. Jason's web. I'm on Skatz channel. He says, oh, I see. Okay, then. And hello from Bob's Man Cave, yes. And Adam Farmelo is with us. A nice, dull bank holiday weekend upon us here in the Midlands. Where are you? Is it Wolverhampton, Adam, if I remember rightly? And Paul Cook is with us. And yes, that's all for now. They're the first ones to join us. If you're just joining us and all the way through, do give us a wave. Join in on the live chat and just to let us know that you're all there, because I know there's more people than that watching. Alicante Explorer, good morning to you, to both of you actually. Paul Bradley will be heading to Spain for some research next week. That's Suki and Paul. Good, got some of the regulars on. That is lovely. So here's what we're going to do for the sake of the fans and the watchers, so that we can all see you better when I'm talking just to two of you. I'm going to just put some of you into the waiting room, and I'll swap you over when it's your turn for a chat after you've talked about your channel. And then when we've had you all on separately, we'll have a free-for-all get-together all at the end, and you can introduce all of the other YouTubers that can't be with us on the live but will be with you this afternoon at the event.
Very good.
So let's get back onto the other screen and I'll pop Neil and Sue over into the waiting room. See you in a bit.
Bye.
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 And Mike and Yvonne, see you in a bit.
Hi, Julian Graham.
Excellent. Let's get the live chat up so I can see that as well.
And everybody else.
Julian Graham.
Don't want anybody to feel out.
Morning, everybody.
Yeah,
Can
that's
you hear
nice.
Ellen okay, by the way?
Yes,
I can hear me.
That's all right.
So
that's all you need to know. Okay then. So I think it's fair to say, Andy, that you're the instigator of all of this. Is that right?
No, both of us.
well, no.
Both
really.
of you. Come on, lay the blame on
It's
someone.
his fault.
It's my fault, yeah. It's all my fault.
Brilliant. So first of all, tell us about the meetup this afternoon and why you started it, 5 years ago? Oh, it's 4 years ago, isn't it? Because it's the fifth
No,
one.
the meetup we started last year. YouTube we started 5 years ago. 2 days ago. That was it. But the meetup came about. We did a trip to Thailand, not last year, the year before, and it was something we'd seen some of the YouTubers out there do. They did a meetup, and we thought, well, that's a cracking idea. So that's where that came from. We thought, well, we'll do one here. The first one we did was last May the 4th.
That says May. Oh yeah, May the 4th.
Yeah, that's this year's.
Yeah, Star Wars Day.
Yeah. Star Wars Day last year.
Star Wars Day, yeah, tomorrow.
So we did that last year. There was probably, I think it was 9 YouTubers, give or take. Barry, that can't be with us this time, and a few others. Expat, Sean, Expat, and Levon was at the first one as well. He couldn't make this one, but there was quite a few others as well that turned up. Plus, there's YouTubers and content creators, including those that do Instagram, TikTok, that sort of thing, that turned up and are turning up this time as well. We just don't necessarily know who they are or whether they're confirmed. But we just did that. We had over 100 turn up at the first one. We was like, everybody had it's just a way of getting together and have a chat, shall we say, and a couple of shandies.
Of course. Oh, so you have a bar. That's even better.
Yes. So that was the first one. We did it in the afternoon, so there was no pressure on people getting out of bed or whatever. Some people are here on holiday and aren't used to it. Hey?
Lucky things,
yeah. So that's basically where that came about, and we did one in, I think it was September, for marking Yvonne's anniversary, and then we've got our 5th anniversary again this afternoon at 3 o'clock.
Brilliant.
There is food going to be at this event. The kitchen's going to be open as well. It wasn't open for the last year, but the kitchen's going to be open longer than usual, so people turn up can also get food and things like that. So we're not paying for it. Best put that out there in case anybody says we've come because you're going to get feeders and waterers. No,
fair enough. So it's open to everyone. It says all welcome on the poster there. Just tell us the venue and how to find it.
Okay, so the Oasis San Luis is on the main road out of Torrevieja, heading towards the motorway off the CV 905. It's about 4 kilometres out of Torrevieja centre. Big complex, something like 6,000 square metres. It's got a pool. Is the pool open?
No, the pool's not open.
Pool's not open yet. There's a function room. There's an outside bar, an inside bar. So if the weather turns, we've got a big function room. Kids play area, bowls and all sorts of things. So it's
so if you get to the roundabout where Mercadona is, turn right instead of left, and it's that way. You'll see some signs for it.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's all very clear. And tell us about your channel.
It's a hobby. So unlike some that do it as a business, we do it as a hobby.
Really, for our memories. Yeah. That's how it started.
Yeah. I mean, we thought we'd do it everything up to we were going to Florida in
2021. I can't remember, just after COVID.
So we basically, everything up to that point was practice. Then we did Disney and Universal for our memories, and we've just started doing other places, and we were
actually quite amazed that people found us interesting.
We still are. So but now it's snowballed, doesn't it?
Yeah. And it's really nice to think that we can help people that are coming to the area to find out things to do, places to go, restaurants to try. So we just like to help people out a little bit.
Yeah, because Spain's such a large, diverse country, and there's such a massive history and loads of culture. It's just
we love the cultural side of it. I think a lot of people think they're coming to Spain and it's just Benidorm, and there's much more to it than Benidorm, as we all know.
Yesterday we did running of the wine horses in Torrevieja de la Cruz, which is a UNESCO recognised event, and that was our first visit, and it was mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing.
Absolutely crazy. Just
Brilliant.
The Spanish do when they're having a great fiesta.
Yeah. So we've done all sorts. I mean, we've gone to places that people wouldn't have known about. Segovia, Cuenca, Vitoria-Gasteiz.
Yeah, we've been all over the place, so, and we like to make a video about it. Some people are not interested in that; they only want to see content about Torrevieja. But then it's out there for people that do want it.
Yeah, and it's good memories for us to look back on as well. I mean, some of the places Bob, Helen's dad, doesn't come, maybe because there's going to be a lot of walking or there's a lot of hills, that sort of thing. So he didn't come to Segovia, but he managed to get a feel for the place from the video that we did. So
that's excellent. You have that's Bob. You were talking about him in the notes you sent to me.
Yeah, that's my dad.
So everybody that's been on our channel,
he's the star of the show. Definitely. Brilliant. Everybody wants to meet my dad.
Yeah.
Excellent.
You later?
If they can, yeah.
Fantastic. And are you all actually living in Spain? You live outside Torrevieja?
Helen and Bob live Helen's house in Torrevieja. I'm there some of the time. I've actually got a place down in Murcia, down near Balsicas. So that's where we tend to cover a lot of the stuff, mainly between the two, I think, isn't it?
That's brilliant. So you get out and about quite a lot then. That's great to see. I mean, I don't know many channels who do a lot about one area and also cover as much of Spain as you can as well. Yeah,
I mean, it is a diverse channel. We're not niche. We don't cover the news. We don't cover the headlines. We don't, as a rule, we're not interested in clickbait or anything like that. We'll do, I mean, for instance, Bob's got an allotment, a part of the garden where we actually cover him growing various vegetables and things like that. And, often we'll do a live on a Saturday night and Helen's cooking.
We're eating.
So we all join in. I mean, you can see we've got Jason's commented here. He said he'd love to do a tapas route with us. I mean, one of our favourite events is a tapas route in a Spanish town 10 minutes away. But they only give you 2 weeks' notice, but it's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, we did that last weekend.
Yeah. So that was one of the recent videos that dropped out. We managed to do 12, I think. Yeah,
12 tapas. I think that's quite good going, really.
Yeah, I think.
No wonder we're fat.
we had one in Computer recently, and you get a card to stamp and do.
Yeah, exactly the same.
I think there are only 12 places that you need to go to, but there were about 20. There were about double the number of places that you could go to, because the Computer's just loaded with cafes and bars and restaurants. So.
Last Montesinos where we went has got 21. We tried, but we failed.
Yeah, they got 21. We did 12, and you have to do 6 on the card before you can submit it for the prize draw.
Yeah. Did you win?
Don't know yet.
We'll not know for about a month.
I'm going to say we'll probably have to search Facebook to find it. They'll not let you know.
They're not the most forward at giving information.
Informative town hall,
You do find that, and I often find that posters that they put up saying what's on, often they won't put where it is. They won't tell you because they just expect everybody to know, and they sometimes don't even put the date and the time. They just think, well, it happens every year. Everybody knows when it's on. So when you've just moved in.
Sorry, the tapas route, we've been asking the town hall for months when it were going to be on, and they actually released the dates 2 weeks before the event. So there were people that would have flown over specially, and they couldn't because they'd got such short notice.
Yeah, this I'm just looking at in the chat, on the live chat down at the bottom for people that's in the chat. Some of the guys we've actually met. So for instance, Jason came to, I think it was the last meetup that we had.
He said yes.
I think Yogi's been in the area as well, if memory serves. I think he's met with Mike and Yvonne.
I bet he has. He's been everywhere, Yogi.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, we get stopped in Mercadona and everything, and for us, it's like somebody what you see is what you get, and everybody knows that once they've met us, it's like, yeah, whatever, great. We met bizarrely. We met some yesterday in Caravaca de la Cruz.
Yeah, there were lots of subscribers there. Yeah.
So
brilliant. Oh, thanks, Yogi, for the donation. He's a regular donator. That's very, very kind of you. And of course, viewers, if you want to donate to YouTooSpain, you've got a few different alternatives. There's either the buymeacoffee.com QR code there, or there's something down on the screen, if I point in the right direction. Bottom right of the screen, there's a little $sign, and I think that's how Yogi does it. And all kinds of things. Now, I'm going to put up another QR code now. I'll put it, this is the one for your site, so that people can actually visit. Where is it? Got to find you.
Yogi's swearing.
Brits living in Spain.
Yeah, there we are.
There you are. Yeah.
Scan that with your phone. You can go and subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, there's usually at least one video a week on a Thursday.
Yeah, we tend to release a video on a Thursday, but sometimes there are a few more in between.
Brilliant. Yes, and the link to your channel is also in the video description below this video. So I've put the links up to all of the channels that are going to be there this afternoon at the meetup. So you can find them all there. There we go. Let's just take that one down for now and pop you back up. So I think what we'll do is I'm going to put you in the waiting room and see you in a little bit. Hasta pronto. Oh, where's the mute button? There it goes. Good. So now it's time to properly meet Mike and Yvonne from Between the Lakes. Welcome back.
Good morning, Skatz.
Good morning. You're all big on the screen now.
Oh, good.
Good.
Nice
So are you living in Spain as well, or are you tied up with the 9180 rule?
Yeah, we are 90 days. We call ourselves second homeowners as opposed to tourists.
Yeah. Because
we do own property here, and we spend half the time here and half the time in the UK. So it's like 13-week chunks. And then home for 13 weeks, back here for 13 weeks. I call it home. We live in Cleckheaton in West Yorkshire. It's our home, isn't it? We've got two homes, one in Cleckheaton and one in Torrevieja.
Well, this is our home and we're here.
Yeah.
Cleckheaton's our home.
We've got two homes, haven't we? We're greedy. We've got two.
Yes, indeed.
We love them both.
When I was living in Ireland, it was everybody, the Irish would all call Ireland their home wherever they are in the world. They'd say, if you're going home, and they'd often say to us, so do you ever visit home? I'm going, well, yeah, I go there every night to sleep, I'm here, this is my home now. And they don't quite kind of get that, because to them that's, born there, born, bred and dead.
All the songs about going back to Ireland, all the country songs, it's all about they go away, but they're all singing about going back home to Ireland again.
Yeah, it's true. It is the most common topic of songs, definitely.
Yeah.
So what brought you to Spain in the first place?
Well, we had a place in Turkey originally. We were in Turkey for 10 years, and I got fed up of that. We got fed up of it, didn't we, really? Because it's the journey time, 4-hour trips. So we thought, let's look for something a bit nearer. So we're getting towards retirement, so we thought we'll get a place in Spain. At the time, in 2008, when we bought in Turkey, we couldn't afford Spain. It was too expensive.
2006, I think, when we bought it.
But we couldn't afford Spain prices then.
It was too expensive.
So we bought in Turkey and got a place there like 30,000. And at Spain at the time, I think the cheapest you could get was probably about 60, 70,000 then.
At least.
And they obviously went down after the price crash in 2010. And we came a little bit after that. We came in 17. I think there was another crash in 14, wasn't there? So the prices came down and we could afford it. So I thought, well, we'll go for Spain. We always wanted to be in Spain in the first place. So that's why we came here in 17. We loved the place. We used to come on holiday. Made a load of trips looking at properties in 2016, 2017. Yeah. And we eventually bought through Helen and Andy, Casas España, and bought here. And we're very happy with it. It's a beautiful location. We can get to town. We can get to the beach. We can go across the road to San Luis and El Chapo and La Siesta. Some great places around here. Right in the centre of it, right in the thick of it.
Everything, really, aren't we? We get about on our e-bikes, so we can get to
Any plans to resettle permanently?
No, not at the moment. It's probably our most asked question, that, isn't it? We're quite happy doing 90 days because we do look forward to going back to the UK after we've been here for 13 weeks. And then we look forward to coming back to Spain, don't we? So we get the best of both worlds, really.
We've got a family at home, we've got 6 grandkids.
Yeah.
So
Lots
we
of
like
kids.
to get back to see them as well.
Of course. Yeah. Do you try and avoid the really hot summer? Which times do you come over?
We come usually end of February till middle of May. And then we go back. We come back in late August till middle of November. So we miss out in June, July, August, or most of August, when it's really hot. Because I think That'd be too hot for me.
Back for Christmas. Back
Yeah.
home.
So we make the most of whatever the British summer has got to offer, which is usually not a lot.
Not much.
A lot
A
of
couple
it.
of weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although they seem to be having it now at the moment. But,
Yeah, they
Yes,
do.
they are.
Yeah, it's very hot at the moment.
Okay. So
I'll say
your
I-
channel.
Yeah, our channel, Between the Lakes, is descriptive because we live between the lakes. We're right smack between the Pink Lake and the Blue Lake in Torrevieja.
Nice.
So when in August 2020, when we started, during COVID actually, didn't really mean to start the channel, did we? It was a bit of an accident. I think I did a video about, because I am a videographer by trade, I did that before. I did, YouTube. And when I sort of getting towards retirement, I wanted to carry on making films. So I just carried on and we got the channel. But I started off by doing a video about the health
It
form.
was the form, wasn't it?
Yeah, because it was COVID and people didn't know how to fill out this form. So I thought I'll do a video, tell people how to fill the form out. And it got up to about 100,000 views. I thought, not straight away, but over a period. It's probably my best-selling ever video, and it was just about the first one I did.
Wow.
And that really got me onto doing it, really. And we really enjoy it, don't we?
Yeah.
We do it sort of for fun, really. We don't do it for the money because you don't earn a lot of money with YouTube.
No.
Unless you've got 1 million views.
Subscribers and
Yeah.
Well, it's down to the views, isn't it? But we did reach 1.5 million views this month. We've got just past 9,000 subscribers as well.
Excellent.
Last week, wasn't it?
yeah, last week.
So maybe we'll have a party when we get to 10,000.
We'll see.
Yeah. I had a little one. I went through 10,000 a month or two back.
Yeah, great. Well done.
well
Congratulations.
Yeah, that was nice. But I've not gone over the 1 million watches altogether yet. That should
you'll
happen
soon get there.
this year. Yeah. The watch time is always good because I do these hour and a half things every week.
Yeah.
So I've got massive watch time. But
Yeah, that's good.
that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, carry on.
I was just going to say, our channel does feature sort of restaurant. We don't do reviews. We go to bars. We go usually to less than $12.99 meals of the day type bars, and we tell everybody where they are, and that's very popular. So a lot of people watch those. We also do cost of living videos as well. So we do a comparison between UK shopping prices and Spain shopping prices. That's very, very popular.
Yeah.
And we do like information videos about the 90 days and what app to buy or what app to get to work out what your 90 days are, where they start and finish and how it works. We did a video about the Schengen zone because that were a bit confusing. So we do a lot of information stuff. What was the last one we did? We're just doing NLV with Graham and Jolie. In fact, we've got a video going out today. I think it's at 1 o'clock today. And which was a live that actually went wrong on Thursday. Everything crashed for some reason. So I've repaired it and I'm putting it out today. So if anybody wants to see that about the NLV, then have a look. We covered some news items as well. The car park in Torrevieja, which opened a few weeks ago. And the hippie market, which has just moved from the centre to another location. So we cover things like that, sort of information, interesting touristy things. People like to see what it's like now, showing the people what's happened, what's changed, what's open, what's closed, and things like that.
Very, very handy. That sounds excellent. Yeah. And of course, there's all these changes to the residency rules with the non-lucrative visa and stuff that I've been talking about with Chris. You've been on Chris's channel as well, haven't you, on Upsticks?
Not yet. We're doing a podcast on Tuesday at 6 o'clock. We're recording it on Tuesday, and I think it goes out on Thursday. I'm not sure.
I think so. Thursday at 6 is his usual broadcast time. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's probably for that then, for next Thursday. Yeah. But we've not met him yet. I've spoke to him, and we did a video which he enjoyed. He liked it. I thought we don't upset Chris because.
Yeah.
We might need him one day.
Yeah, we might need him one day. And he might give us a discount. The video does mention Chris a lot because of his service. He gives a very good service. So, and everybody seems to be happy that use him.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Nice bloke as well. Come down to the area. We can all get together.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
Yes. Yogi does it regular with Sean from
we've seen Yogi. Yeah, we've seen.
few
He's a
times.
good old friend. Is Yogi? He's still on the chat there. So, hiya, Yogi. Still there? Yogi.
Jogi, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a nice one. That's a Spanish pronunciation.
Yeah. So Donegal Overlanding says, geez, look at this professional shenanigans. Good morning to you all. He says, apologies for the grammar. There's nothing wrong with that, I think. Yeah. Okay.
Very good.
What are you looking forward to about this afternoon's meetup?
Well, I think the best thing for us is meeting people that we see in the comments, and we don't. I think last year we met loads of people that we put a name to.
Yeah.
Then we could then put a face to.
Yeah.
So that's really nice to see people, because we don't recognise them. They always recognise us, of course, because of the see us, but we don't know who they are.
But we do forget names. Sometimes we might have met somebody and then meet them again and think we know the faces, but we can't remember what the names are.
Yeah.
Oh, I know the feeling. Yeah. I get that with gigs because I'm singing all the time, and loads of people come up and say, hey, I haven't seen you since blah blah blah, and I'm going, okay, and who are you? I recognise some faces, but yeah.
So that's the best thing about the meetups, and also meeting the fellow YouTubers as well. That's great. So it's nice to meet up and have a chat.
Yeah, absolutely. Good stuff. Right, I'm just going to do a quick plug now that I always do on the show for my friends at Smart Currency Exchange. There we go, one of my advertisers, and I've told everybody all about the brilliant advantages of the company, so I'm not going to say too much today except get to that QR code, find out about the free account that you can get and the free advice you can get, and there's no obligation by signing up for it, and they'll tell you what their rates are and everything, and they are very transparent like that, and you get your own very lovely personal broker. And you'll actually be helping YouTooSpain as well at no extra cost to you, because the commission's all paid out by Smart and not out of your fee. So there you go. It's a win-win-win with the cherry on top, as I always say. Right, let's pop that back off the screen. And okay, so we will put you back in the waiting room momentarily and get the final couple up for now. So we'll see you in a few minutes. Bye for now. So next up then, we have Neil and Sue. Hello again. You are back, yes, prim and proper. And you are from Get Me to Spain.
That's right.
Yes. Are you living in Spain, or are you in 9180 as well?
Yeah, no, we're living in Quesada 100% now since March last year. We're on our NLVs. So we're a little bit different from the other couples in that we're only recently arrived, but do intend to stay here full time from now on. And we are.
Excellent. Are you far from Torrevieja? You're kind of up the hill somewhere.
It's about 20 minutes drive to the centre of Torrevieja. And our closest kind of beach town would be Guadamar, which is about 15 miles away. And that's where we normally go. But I suppose most of the highlights are in Torrevieja, the big shopping centres and things.
Mm-hmm. So tell us how it happened that you moved here. What made you decide?
Well, we'd lived... I suppose backstory is we lived in Australia for 20 years. And then in 2011, we came back for family reasons. You know, parents were getting older and, some of them needed a bit more care. So we came back, to help there. And we just couldn't stick the horrible weather. We're living in South Wales, where it rains 360 days of the year. It's just horrible. And then a couple of years ago, we thought, let's go to Spain and look for a property, holiday home that we might retire to when we eventually do retire. I'm still a year off my official retirement age. Sue's still, when's your retirement age?
I'm 63, but I don't get my pension now until I'm 67. And Neil will be 66 next year, so you'll get yours then.
Yeah. And the idea was to get a holiday home here, come out as often as we can. And we did that for a year. And then the last time we went back, we thought, what on earth are we doing this for? We like it so much out here. We're going back. We're miserable most of all the time we were there. We're saying, get me to Spain, get me back there. And then we started looking around for our options. This was post-Brexit. And the only way that we could really qualify was if we gave up work and came on the NLVs. And that's what we started. We came back in December. And really, by the following March, we were here. It happened.
Wow, very quick.
Super quick. We sold a house really quickly. We got our applications in and approved really quickly.
Wow. Did you go through Manchester?
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Chris and the team at Upsticks helped us and held our hand the whole way through. And our journey was super quick. From putting our application in Manchester, it was 23 days. We got
wow.
our visas back and actually in our hands in 23 days.
That's amazing. So many people having problems with the length of time in Manchester, but you did it quick. Oh, and Chris is here, Upsticks. So it's a bit late to the party. Great to see you.
Yeah. So I suppose the situation we're at the moment, we've just had our years 2 and 3 visa approvals done. So we're now here for years 2 and 3. And then at the end of year 3, we'll apply for years 4 and 5. And then after that, year 5, we can then apply for our residencia, I think it is.
Yeah, the permanente.
Yeah.
So the last year's been a lot of paperwork for lots of different things, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Banking, buying a car,
insurances,
health insurances, and then renewing the NLV. So it'll be nice now that we've got a couple of years break from not having to do paperwork. Like we changed over our British driver's licenses. Nothing is difficult, but there's lots of paperwork involved with everything, isn't there? So
a lot of people find they get so caught up in that they don't enjoy themselves. They stop doing what they actually arrived there to do in the first place. But so you've not got to forget that.
Say Chris from Upsticks has just been great, and there's always someone out there to help you, isn't there? So you don't have to do anything on your own. But it will now.
So your channel is all about helping people then, is that the idea?
It's really a mixture of all sorts. It's really about us, our experience in Spain. And it's about us living here. It's about the fiestas that we go to. If we've got something that we need to do for our NLVs, we'll talk about that. But it's really about our life, our life here. We do touristy things. We go to the we did a fantastic road trip last year in September when we went from here to Cuenca, and we went to Valencia, and then we went to Calpe. And with a fantastic, over 5 days, we saw a whole load of the country, which is fantastic. But mostly, it's what we're enjoying most is probably visiting small towns and enjoying their local fiestas. We're very lucky that our padron is in Rojales, which is only, a few miles away, and they have some of the best little local fiestas. We've got the Moors and Christians. We've just had Semana Santa on the Thursday night. We had a wonderful experience the day before Good Friday when they had the silent parade from the centre of town carrying the floats, one float with 3 crosses on it through the town, and another float with with Mary on it. But it was done in the complete darkness. The town switched all the lights off, and the only lights were red lights lighting up the famous bridge in Rojales, and a few other structures around were lit up with a red light. And it's also done in complete silence. There's only a drum beating to the time that everyone marches to. 3 or 4 minutes. They called it a wailing foghorn, but I don't know whether it was someone on a tuba. I think it was so weird, but in complete darkness. And then they walked from the centre of town up to the hill where they have the fixed crosses, and then they took the crosses off the float, mounted them onto the crosses in the hill and raised them up, and they did like a reenactment of the crucifixion. and it was absolutely amazing,
Amazing.
very eerie and very moving.
Like, we're not religious in the slightest, but it was very emotional. And yeah, our daughter was out here for the week, stay with us, and she came with us. She was actually in tears, wasn't she? So it was extremely moving, and literally thousands of people up there, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what we found in Spain as well. When we go to all these fiestas, there's thousands of people there generally, and there's never any trouble. That's what we love about here. It's perfectly safe. You know, you haven't got people fighting and drunk people wandering around, and it's just a total different atmosphere. Everyone's there to enjoy what they've gone there for, isn't it? And yeah, we're just loving our time here. We wish we'd done it years ago.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. Vaughn Malone has just jumped on. Is that one of your fans up there in Torrevieja? I don't recognise the name, but hope to get there with view to permanent. And yes, so good luck with that. And Paul G. Eats is with us as well, and Becca Phillipson. Oh, there's loads more joining us. Excellent. New names to this channel, so you're very welcome. Join us again anytime. And there we go. So I tell you what, it's time to get everybody back on screen again, and then we can talk about all of the other YouTubers that are going to be at the meeting that are confirmed. So let's just grab Between the Lakes. There you are, Mike and Levon. Hello again. And we'll grab Andy and Helen. Hello again. Hello. It's really good.
Paul's in Bangkok, just so you know.
Sorry, say again.
Paul G. Eats is one of the guys from Bangkok.
Excellent.
Bangkok, so.
Brilliant. So,
We've just got
tell us. This is going to be a lot to do with you, I think, Andy, because you know more about all of these other channels than anybody else. But of course,
Let's see if I can remember.
Yeah. So, Our Place in the Sun. Rob was going to be with us, but something went wrong with his car, so he couldn't make it.
I'll not tell you what he called his car, but it was a bit derogatory. Rob's been doing YouTube. He's another 90, 180 day YouTuber, but he's also covered places like, was it Crete or Corfu as well?
It's somewhere in Greece, yeah.
Yeah, but then he does a lot of stuff in the area. It's not just Rob; he's also got his wife Sarah, but you don't see Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah
on
does
video
not like being
often.
on video.
If you want to see Sarah, have a look at some of our videos, basically.
Andy can get away with it, but Rob can't.
Yeah, so she's been nicknamed the non-Essex bird.
Yeah, brilliant. So that's their QR code on the screen. So if somebody wants to scan that one, that gets you through to subscribe, I think, to their channel.
Yeah, he covers things in the local area when he's here as well.
They like doing restaurants and
like
places
markets
to visit
and things like that. He was with us yesterday.
They came with us to Torrevieja yesterday.
And he did Torrevieja Carnival as well. When he was here, did that with us. Did that separate. Did the tapas route. So he said yesterday the event was the best thing that they've ever done since they bought in Spain.
Yeah, the Torrevieja, that was amazing. You guys should go next year, definitely. Do the bus trip, because parking would have been hideous.
Yeah. I've got it marked on the calendar.
We'll make a plan.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah, another meetup. Brilliant.
Yeah. Well,
actually.
Yeah. Neil and Sue, we did Berberiscas in Los Alcatraz, Invasion de Berberiscas, which is.
It's like a pirate invasion.
But it's based. If you've been to a Moors and Christians festival, it's a little bit like that, but pirates based. With the medieval market, and Neil and Sue were there as well when at the same time that we were there. And bizarrely, we went to the same restaurant. We've done a few restaurant reviews, and Neil and Sue's following us around as we do them.
Brilliant. So, you often bump into each other in places.
Yeah. Or with Mark and Yvonne, for instance, regular.
Oh, we quite often make an arrangement to meet up for a beer or something, don't we?
Yeah, we're only about a kilometre away, if that, maybe.
Yeah. We've got.
I bet if I look out the window, I can see you from here, Mike.
Yeah, you see my head shining. Yeah.
We've actually got. a nice community between us of YouTubers in the area. So we do meet up frequently for a drink and a bite to eat.
And we have to have subscribers join us as well, which is fine. It's not a problem. Yeah. So
Brilliant.
that's Rob's channel.
That's
like I
them.
said, he
What have we got?
covers a lot of markets and things like that, and that sort of thing, as well as some events, etc. He's just dropped a video this morning from the Tappers route, so they'd never done that before. Mike and Yvonne's dropped the video from the Tappers route. Bizarrely, they went with us last year.
We're waiting for Neil and Sue.
We're waiting for Neil and Sue's Tappers route.
I started with his pocket 3.
There'll be something this week.
All right, no pressure there, mate.
We only did 4 though, so we weren't very good.
Yeah, lightweight.
Excellent. So Tales from the Cave side. Who knows about that?
Okay, so that's Chris and Lillian. They've actually been on TV in the UK. I think it was on a Channel 5
Channel 4.
program. Channel 4 was it? But basically, they ended up buying a cave house.
Yeah.
I think we're New Life in the Sun, aren't they?
Sorry?
I think it was New Life in the Sun.
Yeah,
right.
It. Yeah,
I think that was Channel 4. So, yeah. And they're on it for a long time.
Yeah. So they cover all aspects of living in the cave house,
well, they've got the
renovating
renovations
it, and all sorts of things.
And
like
they've
that.
also applied for the tourist license, and they're running it as a bed and breakfast. So they cover that sort of thing. So it's completely different and very interesting.
Yeah. And also things like if you've got dogs in Spain and things like that, they've got things like that. And also they'll do a bit of cooking every now and again.
Chris was a butcher in the UK. So he's showing you how to make sausage meat and Scotch eggs and
lovely
pork pies.
Pork pies. We definitely need to have a go at that.
Oh, and chili jam.
Oh, you're making me hungry.
Oh, hello to us all. Hi, Vaughn.
Hi, Vaughn. So yeah, that's what they do. He did something called Lily did something called concrete cake, which I remember from school, and I was like, I don't remember that, but it was concrete cake. He didn't get the pink custard. Bit bizarrely on my Facebook feed last night, there was the recipe for concrete cake and pink custard that showed up. So,
did you say that was Millie? Millie from Millie's Moments?
No, that was Lillian, Chris's wife.
Sorry,
that did that. So yeah, they'll do things like that as well.
Thanks, Vaughn.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
You're the best.
So some of the things that we'll do on our channel is if we go somewhere and we eat something, Helen will try and replicate it. So when we did Seville, there was tortilla de patata with whiskey sauce.
Ooh.
Nearly set fire to the kitchen, but that was funny and that was live.
Yeah, we did a live and the pan set on fire, but I was very cool about it and made it look as if it was supposed to. It wasn't supposed to.
One day.
And then we've done like Gong, and they do Bangkok barbers, so we've done those. We went to Segovia.
Anyway, you're supposed to be talking about Lillian and Chris.
And taters. Anyway, who's the next channel?
Salty Pixie, I've got next.
Oh, Yaz. So it's primarily Yaz. They've got a couple of channels. The other one that they do is Stranger Couple, but that covers Florida stuff. But Yaz has started doing a separate channel. It's a relatively new channel, and she covers places to eat primarily in the Oruela Costa area. So the Xenia, Playa Flamenca, Punta Prima, Cabo Roig, that sort of thing. Their video footage is absolutely top notch.
Theirs is restaurant and bar reviews, but
food.
People might know them because they are the Cages, which is quite a famous local band in the area. So Yaz and Scott are the Cages, and the YouTube is like a little sideline for them.
Yeah, so
she's a very good guitar.
It's pretty good. Yeah, she's good singer. She's singer.
It's definitely worth going to watch if you're in the area and you see them playing somewhere. In fact, we've actually booked a day off work in August to go and see them locally.
Yes. Good singer as well, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
Brilliant.
Good. It's great that you're plugging each other. It's fantastic. All the support.
But they are absolutely cracking. They've got gigs typically 6 days a week.
Yeah.
So
excellent.
Some big venues as well. They recently supported somebody in Barcelona, if memory serves. So.
Excellent. Big band. So next, Millie's Moments. Millie Moments.
Millie's great. She'll cover some local things. She's not covering as much as she used to, but she covers some local things. as well as she'll go solo. So as a single female traveller exploring around Spain. So she's done places like I'm trying to think.
She did Barcelona on her own.
Yeah.
She did somewhere up in Andalusia. Where was that?
She
she did Ronda. And actually, watching her video on Ronda
made us go
inspired
to
us to visit Ronda.
So we've told her she got to Cuenca, which after the Cuenca video, Neil and Sue went to Cuenca. So we all get ideas, but all do things differently. And it's just a way of exploring things. I'm trying to think what it,
she's been all over the place. Yeah,
that was it.
All over.
So she's done
but
that.
She's really brave because she travels on her own and she stays in hostels. So it's completely different. She's a lot younger than us, obviously.
And she that's very brave.
Used to be, she used to be the drummer for the Cages, with the Cages.
Now she's
but now
for loads of bands.
She plays with loads. So they're all musical.
Yeah. So her footage, again, the footage that she does is fantastic. And it's just completely different to what the rest of us do.
She does a lot of Instagram as well.
Yeah.
So when she travels to sort of Asia or somewhere, she'll have some fantastic Instagram posts out there.
But she doesn't do the Asian stuff on YouTube. But she has done in the past, many years ago. So, but yeah, cracking stuff.
That sounds excellent. And finally, Mountain View Farm.
Andy and Katie, they've not had time to do many videos of late. They basically got an organic farm here in Spain that they've started. Alicante Explorer, we saw the Cages play to Bar and Cabaret. They were great. Yeah, they are. Mountain View Farm, they do organic produce. They've now started doing
Zocco Market
on a Sunday. They do fresh vegetable boxes that they'll deliver on a Monday. But it's all about how they renovated the farmhouse that they've got, or the house that they've got, and then just the bits and bobs to do with growing stuff in Spain. So sometimes you'll find a lot more on Facebook than you will do on YouTube at the minute because it's time consuming, obviously. He's like up at 4 or 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I think they're really busy on the land. Yeah.
But the stuff that they produce, really good stuff. It's one of the few places I know where I can get duck eggs from.
Ooh, nice.
Not always, but yeah, we managed to get duck eggs. And I just saw Alicante Explorer pop up there. If there's any YouTubers or content creators that want to join us this afternoon, everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome.
Can I just
to join?
I was just going to say a word about Barry. I know Barry can't be with us today, but Barry
Halo.
Yeah, who's got a channel called All About Spain.
Yeah,
he's having an operation tomorrow, so I'd like to wish him all the best for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
hope it goes well, Barry.
Yeah,
we miss you. We'll see you next time.
Great stuff. Are there any other ones that you know about that might be coming?
Yes. Expats on.
Immigrants on Tour.
Immigrants on Tour, that's it, yeah.
Don't know much about them that much, but they've recently covered Thailand amongst other things. So we don't know much about their channel and what they do or who they are, but they said they're going to pop in and pay a visit. And also there's somebody that does Instagram to do with food. Spain, it's not Spain Eats. It'll come to me. She did comment. She was there last in September, actually. Sat near Neil and Sue, if memory serves. I can't remember. My apologies for forgetting the name.
That's okay.
Is Steve the Irishman coming?
No, because Steve was supposed to, and he's got his dates mixed up.
Oh,
so he's in Segovia.
Oh, I think.
No.
Segovia gets about, doesn't he?
I thought it was a different country.
Yeah, Segovia.
No, Segovia's in Spain.
Not Segovia.
It was the last time.
It was in Spain when we went.
Yeah.
No, it begins with S.
They moved it to the other side of Europe.
It's
Scotland.
Czechoslovakia out that way.
Yeah, somewhere over there. Yeah.
Serbia.
Where it was. I can't remember.
You'll get around a lot.
He's not in Spain anyway.
Well, some of us, we try to get around and about and discover what life has to offer, because it's not just.
Mike and Yvonne have disappeared.
Bye, Mike.
Turned into the test card.
I think he's bought a new shirt.
Has his battery run out on his camera? He changed the battery on his camera before. I don't know. He'll be back, I'm sure. He's not actually disappeared. It's the camera that's gone off.
Can't see him.
So there we go. We'll find out. So
turn up.
anything else you're looking forward to this afternoon and at the meet? So it's 3 o'clock, isn't it, when it starts? Oh, he's back again.
He's back.
It's the battery. Thought so. That didn't last long.
Should have used the one on the laptop mic.
Better
It's
camera.
not that rubbish. It's not that rubbish pocket, is it?
No.
You don't
No,
want
I've got that one here. No,
That looks familiar. What's that, Mike?
I found it in a taxi last week.
Yeah, we actually lost our camera equipment last week, so
Yeah.
that's it was,
Oh,
it was a
I
pocket.
actually think it might have been lifted off the back of the chair and it
Yeah.
wasn't actually in the taxi. So
Oh, that's
There you
terrible.
go.
yeah, Pocket 3, brand new microphones, the whole.
Anyway,
Yeah.
that's done.
Don't worry
Oh,
about
shame.
it.
I'm getting one of them this year. Yeah.
Just don't let somebody lift it.
And I'm going to attach it to my body with some kind
Keep
of
it
chain.
close to you.
I think. Yeah.
Word of advice for everybody: get air tags and put them in your bags where your kit is.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do next
Good
time.
idea.
They sell them in packs of 3, I think. They're not expensive.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Is that an Amazon thing? Is that where you get them?
Yeah, I think you can probably.
Yeah.
Or from the Apples.
Yeah. Or you can
Store.
get an Android equivalent that'll work on Android.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
Good to know.
another tip that we'll put into our next tips and tricks videos for living
Yeah.
in Spain.
Well,
Yeah.
living anywhere really.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So, anything else to say about the meetup? What are you expecting? Is it just a gathering and then you mingle?
Yes. There's
Yeah.
no expectations. We don't plan anything, so we don't have quizzes or anything like that because people just like to go and just talk.
Mhm.
Some people will turn up and expect, oh well, it weren't very this, that, and the other. But if they're going to turn up and just stand at the back and expect people to come to them, then that's not what it's about. It's about just interacting
Mingling.
with people and mingling, whether you create content or not. I mean, we've got people that's going to come that want to pick the collective brains about starting a YouTube channel. Yeah, no problem. We've supported loads of channels that started from nothing and working their way up. Some of them's even got more subscribers than us now. But
Most of them have.
yeah, that'll be Neil and Sue next.
Yeah, well, at this stage, at the YouTube meet this time last year, we had 2 subscribers. And now in the September one, we had 18. And now this morning, we're over 530. So it's
Fantastic.
yeah,
Yeah,
Brilliant.
we'll get there, Neil, because your videos are very good.
it's not
They
small.
are good, yeah.
It's only a bit of fun for us.
Brilliant.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So a call out to everybody watching, make sure you subscribe to all of the channels, including this one.
It's
and
free.
Join us. Yeah, it's
Yes, it's
always free.
It's
And
free.
click on the
As Bob
bell.
says, it don't cost you anything.
Yeah.
When you look at
Exactly.
your views, most people that are watching are not subscribed.
That's true.
All
80%.
channels get that,
Yeah.
actually.
Mhm.
With us, it's about 80% not
Yeah.
subscribed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
they
that's
don't
fairly
know.
normal. Yeah.
I did a
Always
video
over
on that,
50%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
did a video showing people how to subscribe.
Do it.
Because
No, he's done it.
I know he has, but release it. Send it. Push it again.
Yeah, re-release it.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
How many views did it get, Mike?
I think we got 2 views.
No.
Ours is one of them.
Brilliant.
It wasn't
Some
very
kind of
popular.
record. That's brilliant.
About 2,000 or something. It wasn't that good, really. But
And everybody, make sure you click on the like button on all of the channels and when you're watching the videos, because it does help them to climb up the rankings, and then everybody gets to see them as well, and benefits everybody. Any more questions
Yeah.
from the live chat? You've been silent for a few minutes. The
I can see
stranger.
Yeah,
Jason.
Scott now.
Aha! Right, you see the stranger couple there? That's Yas and Scott.
Salty
So they've
Pixie.
dropped in Salty Pixie.
We've just been talking about you in a very nice way.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, so you can rewind and watch that afterwards.
I mean, I don't know if Yas can see, but there's people in the chat that's actually seen you at Cabaroy playing as well as the Cages, so that'll big up you. Jason's put in the comments that Millie's the reason why he went to Fontsdalgar, which is great. It's one of those. Millie's been an inspiration for a lot of us to go places that we wouldn't, like we mentioned earlier, that we wouldn't necessarily have gone to in the past. For us, it was Rwanda.
Yeah.
Among other places. And when she came to the first event, she was very surprised at the positive reactions you had from people that were there that watch her channel and us guys as well that watch and interact. Because, you know, Millie, for instance, cracking stuff. She don't realise how good the stuff is. Same with Yaz and Scott. Their footage is just fantastic. Sort of thing, the way you look, and it's like, I want to be able to do stuff as good as that.
Yeah. Yeah, the video footage is fantastic.
Fantastic. That's so good that you support each other. That's something that we should all do for each other.
Yes,
definitely. Yeah.
And don't forget, any of our guys that's watching, don't forget to subscribe to the rest of them, including Skatz. Okay.
Skatz's channel is brilliant. We've been watching it for a long time. We get some great guests on. Our video that's going out today, the NLV, Chris is mentioned a lot on that, and Chris is always on your program, isn't he? At Skatz.
Yes, every 2 weeks. Yeah, he's doing the.
So now, bizarrely, Mike, Graham and Julie is actually in the chat.
Yeah, very good.
Hi, Graham and Julie.
Well, Graham and Julie, your video goes out at 1 o'clock. I'm not just to tell you yet, but
you got round to finishing it eventually last night, very late.
It's been repaired because we had a massive crash. We were live on Thursday night, and it just went black screen. And you were watching, weren't you? I don't know when it exactly happened. I think I'd put a video on, and when the video finished, I got a black screen. It all went black.
Yeah, it seemed to cut to an advert. But after the advert, it went black.
Yeah,
I don't like the adverts on lives because I think it's so off-putting, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, I've repaired it, and it'll be out at 1 o'clock. It's quite long actually, but we talk about the new car park, the move into the hippie market in Torrevieja, but mainly Graham and Julie with the NLV situation because they're just starting out with it and getting the first steps done with Chris from Upsticks.
The link to it is on the Facebook page, Between the Lakes Facebook page, so you can get the link from there.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
That's our finished.
You mentioned hippie market. Do they sell hippies?
Mike used to have long hair, actually. I've seen a photo.
Yeah, very popular in Torrevieja. They've just moved it from the centre of town to the bottom of the cycle track, and it's massive, isn't it? It's like it must be nearly 500 metres long, and they're just wooden huts with all people selling things, leather goods, handbags. 112, I think I counted.
Wow. Jason's actually got a question.
Yes.
No, not that one. I've got the wrong one. What do you all think about the new legislation on energy ratings changes for rental and resale properties? So they're making some of the laws tighter.
Yeah, it's not come into effect yet, I don't think.
No, we've got to look into it's going to be, if to bring it in, it's going to be a nightmare. Yeah, I mean, as estate agents, for us, it's just like.
Yeah, because in this area, nothing scores less really than a G, does it?
No, a lot of the stuff's G because it was built like 30 years ago plus. So that's going to cause some issues, shall we say, for some of the owners. But until it comes in, until we get the actual legislation so we know for definite what it actually involves and ways to mitigate that, we can't really say anymore yet.
It's funny, unfortunately. Back in the UK, before I retired, that was my business. I actually produced EPCs for energy performance certificates for rentals and houses for sale in Britain. And one of the things, about 5-6 years ago, they had a minimum energy efficiency standard for rentals that you couldn't rent your property unless it rated high enough on the EPC scale. And over the last 5 years, it's definitely seen an improvement overall in the percentage of properties that are now in the higher EPC bands. So it does help in raising the quality of the rental properties, but obviously it's at the expense of the landlord. Not every landlord can afford to do it.
Yeah.
And that's probably the biggest issue. It'll be the same here in Spain. You'll find if a landlord can't afford to improve the properties, they'll sell them and they'll go on the market, which will mean, again, there'll be fewer rental properties available for local people who want to rent properties. That's exactly what happened in Britain. The rental market tightened up and the prices shot up.
Yeah.
Prices have been shooting up anyway. Don't want anything else to put prices up even further at the minute.
No. Might it not have the opposite effect? It puts more properties on the market.
Yeah.
Short term, possibly.
Yeah, it's not what they found in the UK, because they found if a landlord was willing to improve the properties because he'd spent money on it, it put the price. He had to charge more to recover, and that cut a lot of people out of obviously of renting those properties. So they would then be looking out for cheaper properties. But landlords who couldn't afford to improve them would sell them, and then they would just go into private ownership, for living in. So the rental market was constantly getting squeezed.
So I mean, the rental market here in Spain is already a problem.
Yeah,
there are already not enough properties. So
it's a great idea, because everyone wants to live in a more efficient house, but there's got to be schemes available to help those improvements be put in.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they'll give a list of things that you can do to improve your energy rating.
Yeah,
I mean, it might be things like putting different boilers in, and I don't quite know yet. But
we're looking for a washing machine at the moment, and you just can't find anything that's got a really high rating. They've all been low rating ones when we've looked in the past.
Yeah.
I think I've seen decent rating ones in the past. Have a look on, I hate to say it, Carrefour's website. Near us, we've got a big, massive hypermarket, Carrefour. Michael know all about getting washing machines from Carrefour, because I think they've been down there in the past.
Carrying it upstairs to the solarium.
Yes. Yeah, you got your money's worth there at the delivery guys, didn't you?
And the old one taken down.
I gave them a glass of water when they'd done it.
To share.
Oh, that would be nice of you.
We've got a really handy ferreteria who will take out your old one, bring the new one, and they'll recycle the old one and get it all done all in a day. And their prices are a bit higher for buying the kit, but you can tell them, you can say, I've seen this one in Carrefour or wherever, and they try and match the price plus a little bit added on, just so that they can do the delivery and everything. So
it's I mean, at the end of the day, all the local businesses have got to be able to make money. If they don't make money, they don't exist.
Yeah.
We always try and support local businesses where we can.
Yeah, good plan. So when is this legislation coming in? Do you know, Andy?
Don't know yet.
Yeah, we were just talking about it yesterday.
Yeah, we got about it yesterday, so we need to look into it.
But, I mean, they mention things like this on the news constantly, like banning people from non-EU countries buying a second home. Let's wait and see if it gets through, because most of them are all just ideas that never actually happen.
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely. It's a political message, isn't it?
Yeah,
and a lot of it could end up going down to the provincial level. So the requirements, for instance, I live in Murcia. The requirements in Murcia are different for Alicante or Valencian community. So here in the Valencian community, all estate agents have got to be registered, qualified and experienced. Murcia, there's no requirement as yet. So there's, and for instance, purchase taxes and things like that, they're different all around the place. Murcia for resales is 8%, whereas here it's 10%.
Right. Well,
little nuances.
I suspect that when this legislation comes out, we'll all be doing a video all about it. So maybe we can get you back on for that.
Yeah.
We can certainly see.
Yeah, cool. Donegal Overlanding says the location of that market is ridiculous. No way those units can survive. There are no tourists out there. It's a residential area.
Yeah, right? They're going to move it back to its original place when they've finished doing the building work.
Yeah, it's just temporary, I think, isn't it? Yeah. It's just a temporary, it might only be 12 months, and then they must want them back in the centre.
I mean, to be fair, I'm surprised they've not finished that port area already. I thought they were going to have it ready for this summer.
Yeah,
it's nowhere near ready, is it?
Yeah. It's planning and regulations, isn't it? That's what holds back on these things.
Yeah. I mean, look at the fair. The fair's been moved now for what, 2 years?
Yeah, that's a ridiculous location as well.
Where the fair is now is near the aqua park, nowhere near. It's where they do the market, and again, the market isn't in the town centre anymore. It hasn't been for 5 years, I think.
A while, yeah.
Something like
presumably they'll meet. Well, they'll all go back to the.
Well, I hope. The fair can't go back though, can it? Because they've built on the place where it used to be.
Oh, really?
I
don't know what they'll do with that.
I don't know if they'll sort it roughly where it was.
They can't get as many people visiting where it is Definitely not.
No.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'll have to wait
Jason
until-
says he's sent a video link all about the regulations, so I'll check that out when I get the
Hopefully
chance.
the video.
Yeah, look forward to all the videos. So that's all the questions we've had on there, and we've gone over the hour, which is perfectly fine. We could talk for ages and ages, but
Oh, Jason's there.
Hi, Jason.
hello. Another new name. There we go. Get into property
Yeah.
with Jason K.
Yeah, so Jason follows our channel, and I know he follows Mark and Yvonne. I don't know about Neil and Sue, but after this afternoon, so Jason's going to be there this afternoon. He'll probably follow.
Please subscribe.
Brilliant. Subscribe to everybody. And Donegal is saying, any realistic dates for when work will start on the new bus station?
We've heard
wow.
nothing.
We wish.
Nothing.
We don't know. We know nothing.
We actually walked across that scrubland yesterday.
Yeah.
I'll be glad when they move that bus station, actually. It's going to be really handy for us.
Yes,
It's really
it's going to be in a
close.
cracking
Oh, yeah,
location.
absolutely.
Not Ashton
Yeah,
Town Centre.
yeah,
Excellent.
fantastic.
Yeah.
You know,
All good news.
the VIA marked a spot for a railway station.
Well, that would be great. There used to be a railway in Torrevieja.
It'd be fantastic, wouldn't it, if we could connect that
Really
one?
good,
Well,
yeah.
I thought you had a
Railway
rail
line.
going all the way around the coast. Isn't that right?
No, it doesn't come to Torrevieja anymore. I
No,
used to
to
do.
Alicante.
Yellow Brick Road is what used to be the rail line.
Yeah, the cycle track now.
Uh,
But, yeah, they're
so
talking
there was
about
one
it.
San Isidro.
I think Alicante's just as close.
Yeah.
Norwella. But it's like a, I don't know, 40 or 50-minute drive away for us to get a train. And we
Yeah.
do catch the train quite often.
Yeah, we've caught the train in the past as well as flights to get around Spain.
Yeah, we would if we could cycle to the station, but it's too far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
your
Your
batteries-
batteries might run out before you got there.
Definitely. It would,
Uh,
for sure.
Fabulous. Well, that is all about all the time we have for this week. So it's been fantastic speaking to you, and you have an absolutely wonderful time this afternoon.
Thank
I
you.
wish I could make
Maybe
it. It's
you
about a
can get to
7-hour
next
drive
one.
for me. Yeah. I'll just cancel my show for that day, record one, then I can get out. I'll probably turn up the night before. It would be much easier because it's a long drive.
It is a long drive.
Yeah, we did it as part of the road trip down to Malaga and Nerja. But yeah, it is a bit of a drive.
Yeah, but never mind. I haven't done many road trips. I'm just too busy with gigs and doing these videos. But I need to take some time out at some point.
Yeah.
Mm.
Great.
Thanks to everybody that's joined us, by the way. All the
Yeah.
all
And
the
thanks for
viewers and
having
that
us,
lot.
Skatz.
You're
Yeah,
very, very welcome. Make sure everybody you like, subscribe, and do that on all of the channels, of course. And
I will see lots of people hopefully later at the Oasis San Louis at 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
excellent. Have a
be there. I'll be
fantastic time.
square.
I'll tell you in a moment who your special guest will be for next week. But first, let's give the Torrevieja massive. Is that what you call yourself there? Give them all a big virtual kiss and a hug and say goodbye for now. It's been an absolute
photo.
pleasure.
Bye.
And we'll see you again. Let's take you off one at a time. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. And finally, there we go. Now, wasn't that wonderful and lots of fun? Of course it was. So who do I have on the show next week? Well, of course, we've mentioned him quite a lot during the show. As always, it's Chris from Upsticks with our regular fortnightly format where we answer all of your questions. And the main feature next week is our final summary of the new residency rules that begin on May 20th. Chris has been covering some of the individual ones, but he's going to summarise the changes that are coming up. It's the last chance you've got to talk about it in advance on when Chris is on the show, and then we'll start talking about how the new rules are being experienced and interpreted in the immigration offices. So that's going to be very, very interesting. And as usual, we'll have our regular Ask Us Anything and frequently asked questions segments, plus the very popular argument that we have, which is just turning into a big laugh about something important. And you can ask questions in advance on the Facebook page or the Facebook community group, and you will be answered. Make sure you like and follow those as well, the page and the group. It's worth being part of them both. And thanks once again to all of you for joining us. leaving comments on the live chat or watching back afterwards, and hitting the like button, supporting us with donations and memberships. It is all very, very much appreciated. And I'll see you either on the midweek video, which comes out at 6 o'clock Spanish time on Wednesday evenings, or live next Saturday morning at 10 o'clock Spanish time. And that's all for this week. Someone pass around the Torrevieja cookies. Peace and love to you all. And here is one final message from all of the voices in my head here at YouTooSpain. Bye-bye.
Wave goodbye, lads. Bye. Goodbye. Toodaloo. Peace and love. Peas and fluff. Oi, oi. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. One more cosmic dance? All right, then. Look, Mum, I'm dancing. Oh, I'm all a quiver. Let's dance.